Peter, welcome to Conversations in Public Relations, and thank you for letting us come to your offices today to talk to you.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
I wanted to talk to you about your firm, first of all, and what you do here at Stanton Communications.
Well, Stanton Communications is an independent public relations firm. We're in our 21st year in business. We specialize in public affairs and marketing communication, but I think the thing that really sets us apart is our emphasis on strategy and the linkage between communication programming and our clients' very specific business objectives. That's where we place our emphasis, and that's what has distinguished our work over the past 21 years.
Peter, you've talked about the philosophy that you have as a public relations practitioner and here at Stanton Communications about keeping the client first. Can you explain to me more about what that means for you here?
You know, we have no reason to exist if we're not serving our clients' needs and interests, and our foremost priority has to be our clients' interests, their business objectives, and our capacity to help them achieve those business objectives. We're operating in a recessionary environment. In a best-case scenario, the economy will be recovering for years to come, and that places a tremendous amount of pressure on all agencies of every stripe to make sure that they aren't losing focus on the client interest in favor of short-term economic gain. I think that the firms that are investor-owned are especially challenged to maintain that client focus because they really do have, in some respects, an overarching priority to return value to shareholders and to meet quarterly performance forecasts. And when you were working in that kind of an environment, it shapes the way you think about programs, it shapes the way that you serve the client, perhaps putting more junior professionals at higher profit margins on the work. It puts you in a position of having to perhaps take the quarterly perspective as opposed to the long-term perspective. Independents face many of the same challenges to be financially viable and to be profitable at the end of the day, but absent that overlay of investor demand and pressure and market pressure, we have greater flexibility to make sure that senior professionals are applied to the work, to make sure that if our profit margins are not what we would like them to be, we are still meeting the client expectations and requirements, and we're serving our clients well, and to take that long-term perspective. Some of our client relationships are 10 and 15 years in duration, and that demonstrates a real partnership with our client. We have been through both good times and bad, and we have taken that long-term view that I think some of the investor-owned firms are perhaps severely constrained from adopting, given the pressures they face to meet expectations from the marketplace, from their shareholders.
So would you say that in every instance, a client that's maybe looking at a PR firm, to represent them, is choosing an independent firm is a better choice than choosing an investor-related firm, or does it depend more on what their particular needs are, what their niche may be?
Well, I'm not just a little bit biased in answering that question. No, I think at the end of the day, the decision that a client needs to make is this firm capable of servicing my needs and fulfilling my programmatic requirements, making a contribution to my business objectives with the level of talent that I require and expect.
Okay.
And if the firm can demonstrate that they meet those criteria and that they can fulfill those requirements, then there are many firms doing good work, and that is also part of the excitement of this field. Clients have a rich pool of talent to consider and to draw upon. But at the end of the day, the question of meeting investor expectations and shareholder demand has to factor into the equation.
I can see that, yeah. All right, thank you for explaining that to me.